Hey, Chosen Champs, I hope y'all having a blessed and positive day. Today, we are talking about friendships, who you choose to connect with, who you choose to spend your time with, as far as friendships, relationships, um, with people. The righteous should choose his friends carefully, for the way of the wicked leads them astray. The righteous should choose his friends carefully, for the way of the wicked leads them astray. The wicked. When you are friends with somebody who is doing things that are out of alignment of God, that are out of the will of God, it will cause you to be out of alignment and pull you away from God. Um, because it rubs off on you. Not to say that you are not your own person and you don't make your own decisions, but there's something about being around people. Sometimes you start to pick up their mannerism, you start to pick up their ways. That's why God said, choose your friends wisely. You should not be hanging around wicked people that are doing the wrong things, because they're going to lead you down a path of destruction. They're going to lead you down a path of you not getting to your purpose because you are distracted by the wrong people. There are people in your life now that God has told you to remove, but you're still hanging on to these people. Sometimes the enemy will lie to us and have us thinking, oh, because this person we grew up in high school with, maybe this person has helped pay a bill or two. Maybe this person was there when you may have had a passing in your life. But if this person is showing signs and showing things that are pulling you away from the will of God, those are not the friends that God had intended you to be around. That's why it says the way of the wicked leads them astray. That's why you can't let go of that addiction, because you're still hanging around the very people that you were getting high with. You're still hanging around the very people that you were getting super drunk with every day. You're still hanging around the same people that you guys were stealing from the mall. You're still hanging around the same people, and you're trying to change. You're trying to change your mindset, and you're trying to elevate, but you're hanging around people that don't want to elevate, that don't want to get to know God, that don't want to grow spiritually, mentally, or physically. So when you're hanging around people that don't want to grow and don't want to be better, it starts to weigh down on you. And that goes for family too. That goes for any relationship. Any relationship. You have to choose who you hang around carefully. You have to choose who you be around. It says, whoever walks with the wise becomes wise, but the companion of fools will suffer harm. You know, sometimes God tells you to get away from certain people because He is protecting you. He is protecting you from harm. Have you ever heard stories of people being friends with quote unquote best friends, or people they have been friends with for a long time, and they end up being unalived, or they end up being hurt in a tragic situation, a traumatic situation, because they come to find out that the very people that they thought were friends were actually their enemies. The very people that they thought were friends were actually plotting on them, actually trying to harm them physically, and sometimes mentally, and sometimes emotionally, spiritually. It says the companions of fools will suffer harm. You are who you hang around. If you're hanging around a whole bunch of people that don't have no ambition, don't have no dreams, don't want to be better, don't want to become anything, you're going to become like them. You're going to become like them. Yes, it's okay to have people around that need to work on some things, whereas though you can motivate them and maybe they can motivate you in certain ways, but you need to be hanging around wise people. Wise people. Iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. The one who guards a fig tree will eat its fruits. Iron sharpen iron. It's important for you to have people around you that want more, especially when it comes to God spiritually. You need people around you that want to grow in God, that loves God and want to build their relationship with God. Because sometimes you may need help spiritually and they may be able to balance you out or give you advice. But if you're hanging around with fools, you're going to end up becoming a fool. And if you're a child of God, God didn't intend you to be a fool. But if your environment is foolish, if you're hanging around foolish people, you are going to start doing foolish things. You are going to start doing foolish things. It also it also says that let everyone beware of his neighbor and put no trust in any brother. For every brother is a deceiver, and every neighbor goes about as a slanderer. Everyone deceives his neighbor. So even though you may have some friendships and some good relationships, do not put all your trust in them. Because we as people, we are not perfect, and we may hurt each other in ways that we don't even realize it. We may say some things that came off wrong. And that's okay. You put your trust in God. God is your number one friend. Remember that first and foremost. That's who your number one friend is. But it is important that you be careful who you have around. Because you know what? Everyone doesn't deserve your cup. Everyone doesn't deserve your energy. Everyone doesn't deserve your vibe, the wisdom that you have. Everyone does not deserve that. You need to learn to have boundaries. Because you don't know who's plotting on you. You don't know who's plotting on your downfall. You don't know who's really sent there from the enemy and not sent there from God. God will give you discernment, and you will know them by their fruit that they bear. You will know people by the way that they act, the way that they treat other people. You want to know who somebody really is? Watch how they treat other people. Watch how when they go in the store, how they treat the cash register or the waitress. Watch how they treat the people around them. That's going to speak volumes about who this person is. And if you're around an angry person, if you're around an unkind person, that's going to start to fall on you. That's going to start making you, oh, let me be me. Now you're friends with somebody. Now they're beefing. Now you got to have their back. Now you in the streets fighting because you hung around somebody that runs their mouth too much or gets angry quick. And now you got to be the friend and help save the day with them. Even though you was not in the drama, not in the mess. Sometimes we are in too much mess because of the people that we hang around. We are in drama after drama because who we have around us. Protect your energy. Protect your light. Remember, you are valued. You are worthy. Remember, you have a great heart. You have a pure heart. You deserve nothing but the best when it comes to friendships. You have to give your all, and they have to give your all. God intended for you to have good people around you. That's why he said choose it carefully. He gives us choices. He gives us choices. Back in the day, I used to be hanging around a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of girls, a whole bunch of this, and I have been betrayed so many times. I have been betrayed so many times because you think everybody is your friend, and you're going to come to the realization and realize that everybody is not your friend. Everybody doesn't have your best interest at heart. There are some people that are talking behind your back and you don't even realize. There are some people praying for you to fail, praying for you not to succeed, praying that you fall off your spiritual walk, praying that you don't break that addiction, praying that you don't become your best self. There are people out there wishing the worst on you, wishing the worst. Choose your friends wisely. Ask God to help you and give you discernment. Give you discernment. Because most of the time you feel it in your heart. You feel it in your heart when you know somebody not right. You feel it in your spirit when you know that you shouldn't be around this person, or this person is wanting bad for you. And sometimes people are so deceiving. You think they want you to win, but really they're waiting for you to fall. They're waiting for you to fall. That's why it's important for you watch who you hang around, because sometimes it's a matter of life or death. It's a matter of failing and succeeding. It's a matter of your spiritual growth within God because of who you are hanging around. Everyone is not your friend. A man of many companions may come to ruin, but there is a friend who stays closer than a brother. God is going to bring some good people in your life, but you have to let go of whoever God is telling you to let go of. Everybody deserves respect. So yes, even though you may not vibe with someone, it's okay to speak to them. It's okay to pray for them and still wish them the best. But that doesn't mean that they are allowed in your space. That doesn't mean that they're allowed to hang around you. That doesn't mean that they're allowed to know the deep parts of you. Not everybody deserves your cup. So stop pouring your cup into people that cannot pour back into you. Stop pouring your cup into people that want to use you, that want to drain you and take, but never give. Be careful. Be careful who you hang around. Chosen champs, I hope that someone got something out of this. I love you guys. Remember, God is always good. God loves you. He cares about you. Whatever it is that you're dealing with, He has already worked it out. All right, chosen chance. Peace. Have a blessed day.